Good afternoon, everyone. This is Zena from Chic Is Me. I wanted to come on and give you the live version of the video that I did earlier today on TikTok Live. And that was how to make butter. As I stated in the live video, we've had some outbreaks this year with salmonella, first in cucumbers that I'm aware of, and then tomatoes. And not too long after tomatoes, I saw where butter had been contaminated and it was being distributed from at a few sources that I frequent a lot. So I've already made butter before, but it has come to my own observation that I have to do more as far as preparing things myself. So without further ado, I'm going to show you how I do my butter right quick. It only takes about 15 minutes to make one stick of butter. So if you have a full half gallon like I do, then you can take the time to actually spend an afternoon or maybe an hour or so to make it all up. I usually do about 2 cups at a time, but I think I'm going to try 4 on this batch to see how well I come out. So let me show you how I make sure that when I'm buying butter from a commercial source, I make sure to know what's in it. So I always check my label. And this particular butter came from Sam's. So I always check to make sure that it only has pasteurized cream, salt, and also milk. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but check your butter when you're buying it. If it's got anything in it other than pasteurized cream and salt and maybe some milk, it's not going to be butter. Okay, so I purchased some Members Mark. Ooh, sorry. I purchased some Members Mark heavy whipping cream, and that's what I'll be using. And I also check this. I make sure that there's no RBST in it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and set up the mixer. I have a KitchenAid 5-quart Artisan, and that's what I will be using. So just bear with me. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn you down just a little bit. Just see if I can get you to turn down without breaking something. Hopefully you will stay put. Nope, you're not. So I might have to. Okay, so I had some difficulty. So what I'm going to do is measure 2 cups. Into the bowl. Okay. Whoops. Let's see here. Get you where you can see. I'm gonna put the guard on. Hold on. There you go. You can see a little bit better in the bowl. Put the guard on. Oops. You gotta go down. Gotta put it down, Zena. Okay. Here we go. Lock the head down. I'm gonna turn it on 2. I'm gonna let it start on 2. And it'll start getting frothy on you with a lot of bubbles. See if I can bring you in a little bit closer. Once you see a lot of bubbles, you can go ahead and turn it up to 4 if you're using the same type of mixer I'm using. I'm using, again, the KitchenAid 5-quart Artisan. I'm going to go ahead and turn it up to 4. No, I'm sorry, that's 6. And let it go. Immediately after the frothing of or you see the bubbles, you start to see the cream take its shape. So at this point, the next step that it's going to do is actually going to make whipping cream. And this is the type of whipping cream that people love on top of their shakes, sometimes smoothies, waffles. All you have to do at this point, it's going to get some stiff peaks and it's almost there. You would take it and at this point and take it out and add some powdered sugar to it, and you're good to go. It's already whipped cream now. Once it gets to a certain stage, you'll see the cream start to separate from the whey. The whey is the liquid that's within the butter and itself. And at that point, when you as soon as you see it, that's when you're going to go ahead and cover your mixer, because this will make a mess. Also, the more it whips, it begins to take on the color of butter. So butter does not have a colorant in it. The more air it gets, it turns yellow. That soft, pale yellow that you see in the store. So it's already gotten its color. And a few more whips and I'll start seeing the whey. And there it goes. So at this point is when I cover it, because I can hear it sloshing around as we speak. Not too much after this. It's not going to take more than 3 to 4 minutes, and I'll really hear sloshing in there, and we will have butter. Almost. It will start to form a ball. And that's when you know that it's ready. I'm gonna stop to see exactly how much we have here. Oh, it's already butter. There we go. So as you can see, I've got a mess, and that's what typically happens. So you're gonna take off your guard if you have a guard on it, and then you're going to raise the head. And what I normally do is I let it drip for a little bit. I'm gonna let it drip for a few seconds while I prepare the ice bath. And y'all, I forgot my gloves, so I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. So it has dripped a good little bit. I have my ice bath waiting. And what I'm going to do is scoop it off the whip first into the water bath, the ice water bath. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Here we go. And I've got my ice water here. I'm not sure if you can see what I'm doing, but I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so I got all of the cream off of the whip. So now what I'm going to do is get the remainder of the butter from out of the way. So there it is right there. And the whey is simply just buttermilk. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Scrape your bowl. Don't leave any of it. Here we go. I have from my previous session, I have the whey that's left over in this jar, so I'm putting this in with it. And of course you can use this in buttermilk biscuits or cornbread. Now you have to remember, this is not cultured buttermilk. So you've just removed all the fat that would actually help your buttermilk or your biscuits be real fluffy. You just removed that from this, which is whey. So all you have is just the remnants left over. So here's our butter here in the bowl, and we are going to wash it. You'll see that the butter or the water turns like a milky white, and that's because it had milk still in it. The cold water helps you to be able to squeeze it, wash it and squeeze it out. And I have on gloves because, one, I have nails. I have long nails, so I don't want butter under my nails, and two, I don't want to have to clean it up. You're going to squeeze out all of the moisture. There we go. Oops, I forgot my bowl. I'll be right back. Okay. Make sure you don't leave any ice. No ice. Okay? So there's your butter. Into a separate bowl it goes. And we're going to get rid of the milk or the wash water. At this point, this is where you decide whether or not you want to salt your butter or not. We are going to salt this. Now I don't have the paddle-like feature or paddle that you would do this with, so I'm going to be using my wood spoon, And I'm only going to salt this lightly with about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to break it up a little bit. And I'm going to sprinkle the salt over it. And then I'm going to take I'm going to use this spoon for right now. And I'm going to just fold it over on itself to mix that salt in. If you do this with your hands, your butter will melt. So you want to try to keep it as cool as possible while you're working with it. There we go. And you'll see that sometimes if you don't get it all out, you'll have a little bit of milk drop to the bottom. Fine. You can continue to stir this, and right before you take it out of your bowl, you can press it up against the side to get the last little bit out. All right. Bear with me. So here's my butter that I made earlier today. I'm going to take it out of the bowl, and as you can see, oops, this is the one I made on live, and there it is. Okay, so it's already formed. Nice little pat of butter there. And so now I'm going to get another piece of parchment paper and reline the bowl. That's all you're gonna do. Reline your bowl, whatever bowl you choose. This just happens to be a glass bowl that holds exactly 1 stick of butter. You're gonna press it in. Oops, you can't see, I'm sorry. You're gonna press it into your bowl. Can you see it? Yep, you can see. There we go. And if you get all the moisture, all of the buttermilk out, it will not rise. You won't see any on the top. Okay? There we go. Put the lid on it, and I'm gonna sit this in the refrigerator to start it off. But this one, I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc bag because my paper doesn't seem like it's dry or anything like that. So I'm gonna stick this one in a Ziploc bag, and I'm gonna mark the bag fresh butter. This one is gonna go in the refrigerator, and later on today I will do the same because we still have 3 sticks of commercial butter in the house. I have a half of, let's see, this is a pint worth of buttermilk. I'll be using it for some buttermilk biscuits probably, or mostly cornbread coming up soon. Okay? Well, that's how you make butter to make sure that you're getting exactly what you want in your food. Make it yourself. And I hope you enjoyed the video today. Go out and tell someone that you learned a new skill, and y'all be blessed.